Welcome to Back to the Heart, a podcast for self-discovery, healing, and embracing true freedom. My name is Amanda, and I am your host, and I invite you to join me as we embark on a transformative journey back to your heart, where we get to choose love over fear. Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's episode of Back to the Heart. Today, I'm going to be discussing words. Words are so incredibly important. I don't know about you guys, but I realized recently that the words that I was saying in my head were not helping me create the life that I want. They were not helping me create the life that I desire to have, that I wish to manifest. And I realized how important all of these words are. And I know I'm sure you've probably heard thoughts become things, but the words that we say are so incredibly powerful. Some of the words that I realized that I was saying that I am choosing to practice eliminating from my vocabulary, because these words are very ingrained in my vocabulary. I don't know about you guys, but a few of them are the following: hope. I am so sick and tired of hoping that whatever scenario works out. It is time to make the choice to choose love over fear, to make the choice to have what we desire, not just hope for it anymore. Hoping, when we say the word hope, hoping creates that we still don't have it. So whenever we're trying to create the life that we desire and those thoughts become things, we need to already assume that we have it. So hoping, nope, no more. No more hoping. The other word I'm looking to remove from my vocabulary is should or need to. These words, in my personal opinion, they ensue a feeling of obligation. You know, who decides that you should do something or that you quote unquote need to do something? These two words are completely subjective. So, who is it that thinks that you should do this certain thing? You should call someone back. You should respond in a certain way. You should do something. If it's not a hell yes, it's not on your I want to do this, then it feels like an obligation. I don't want any obligations. I want to make my choices out of love, true unconditional love, not out of a feeling of obligation. Trying. This is a big one. This is exactly what I'm working on now with these words, and removing these words from my vocabulary and adding other ones into my vocabulary. Is I am sick and tired of saying that I am trying to do whatever it is. When you ensue this word of trying, then you're not getting. You definitely do not have. And it is an attempt. It's not an actual action. It is a trying to, it's an attempt. It is not a viable result oriented action. So no more trying to. Also, wishing. I think wishing falls into the same category as hoping and even praying. You know, oh, I pray that tomorrow is a better day. I wish tomorrow would be a better day. Well, that's giving your subconscious the feeling that it may not happen, and you're seeking that desire, and it is assuming that you don't have it, and it is this constant like dangling carrot. So these are words that I'm taking out of my vocabulary. And also, along with should and need to, is have to. You know, this, I realize how many times I have to do something comes into my vocabulary. And immediately, whenever I hear those words that I have to, it feels like an obligation. And now I don't want to do anything as an obligation. I want to make a choice. I want to make a decision to do something, a desire. I want to. And there are some things, you know, you think just your typical daily tasks: brushing my teeth, eating, sleeping. I actually want to do those things. I feel good when I exercise. I feel good when I brush my teeth. Those are things that I want to do. I'm making a decision to do it. I don't have to. I'm an adult. I have the right of free will. I can do whatever I want to do, but I don't want it to become a have to. When things on our regular list become, oh, I have to do something, it just creates an entirely different energy within our entire bodies. So these are some of the words that I am practicing removing from my vocabulary. And whenever I am heading down that negative trail and I have maybe something has triggered or activated me, I see these words coming up a lot and I am practicing saying out loud, cancel, clear, and delete, and removing those words from my vocabulary. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the flip side, some other words that are some positive words that you can add into your vocabulary. These are some words that can help you even whenever like shit hits the fan and you just cannot stop your crazy monkey brain going into negative action mode and you're headed down that trail. You're headed down for the crash and burn and everything seems to be negative and you can't slow all the thoughts that are bouncing around in your head. Here's what I practice. I will just say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Just saying these words out loud. Say I love you, say your name. Saying the word love. Just how do you feel when you say the word love versus say the word fear? How do you feel in your body when you say those different words? These different words can really have a big impact on what our subconscious is feeding us every single day and getting us out of those activated phases where we're feeling like we're going to crash and burn. Yes, just saying the word yes. Yes feels so much better than saying no. Just say it again. Yes, I love you. Love, win, winning. All these words, these are all words that all automatically have a positive impact into your subconscious and into yourself. And when you can't even think straight, just seriously, just say these words out loud. I love you, Amanda. Yes. Win. Winning. Yes. Exciting. Now. Up. Light. Gift. Prize. I am the prize. I am the light. I am the gift. I am here now. Exciting, winning, love, yes, win, all these words. If you're in that spiral and you're just trying to get yourself out of it and you cannot even think straight, just say some of these words. You don't have to understand it, doesn't have to fit in the flow of anything. Just saying these words can help slowly regenerate and rebalance the emotions. I also like to listen to affirmations. I've mentioned on another episode before, Jessica Heslop has some amazing affirmations. I'll listen to these words, the I am safe. There's some that are focused on healing as well. I love these. Writing them down, saying them out loud, reading it, saying it in the mirror, saying it to yourself. This is the most impactful and can be quite uncomfortable and is a truly great practice for you to incorporate into your day and especially into those moments when you feel like you're about to crash and burn. And if you want to add another level to the mirror work or even just speaking aloud, say that affirmation at 70% speed. I am proud of you. And then the next one, I love you. And if you want to add a whole nother level even to that one, you can have the 70% speed and add deep breaths in between where the pauses are or in between each one. The deep breath and the 70% speed, believe me, it is powerful. Say it out loud, read it, write it down, say it out loud, say it in front of the mirror, add the 70% speed, add the breath in between, take those long pauses. It really will turn things around and can make some big changes for you. It has for me. Another word I'm taking out of my vocabulary is expensive. This is such a subjective word and will always be expensive if you believe it is. If you're constantly saying, oh, that's expensive, then is everything that you think expensive for everyone? If you think that a Mercedes car is expensive, well, there's a lot of people driving Mercedes out there. Do you think that they think that's expensive? It's one of those words that really puts you into a box that if you believe that something is expensive and your obsession becomes over how expensive it is, then it will always be expensive. The same as I can't afford. Can't means won't. That means that you won't afford it. You won't ever be able to, because that's what you believe. Those are the words that you're putting into your mind. You can't afford it. How about I can? I have the ability to. I am choosing not to, or I am choosing to. Don't limit yourself that you can't. You'll never be able to. What words are you using? What words are you feeding your subconscious? Believe it will happen. This is a practice. We are all very comfortable with saying these words. Even in editing this episode, I went back and I was listening to the beginning and I heard myself say, I wish to manifest, and it is a continuous practice because we are comfortable saying these words, and I don't wish to manifest that. I am creating that. So don't hope, believe it will happen. Don't wish, create it. Don't should something, want to do something. Don't need to do something, want or desire to do it. Don't do it out of obligation. Do it from love. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Back to the Heart. If you are ready to awaken to a life filled with joy and purpose, subscribe now to Back to the Heart on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. And remember, we are all one. So let's do this together and rediscover the essence of what inspires us all. Back to the Heart.